My name is Lauren Friedman, and I'm one of the clinical psychology faculty members here at ASU. My research examines both the neurocognitive deficits associated with ADHD and also investigates treatments for the disorder. We have several projects in the works answering questions about the etiology and treatment of ADHD. One of the main focuses currently is our work to design a behavioral parent training program for parents of children with ADHD who also experience ADHD themselves. We know that when parents have ADHD, outcomes are much worse, and so we're designing a treatment targeted for these families to help improve treatment adherence and outcomes. We're also working to further understand the nature of ADHD-related neurocognitive deficits. We study executive dysfunction among children with ADHD and how these deficits in cognitive performance affect ADHD symptoms and impairment, academic achievement, social skills, and other aspects of functioning. One of the unique aspects of our research is that we're working to integrate etiology research and treatment research for childhood ADHD, which is an understudied area of investigation. And one way that we'll do this is by examining neurocognitive predictors of treatment response. Now I'll show you our lab space. As a word of caution, the carpets are being replaced shortly, so please ignore the carpet and decor. The main lab space has 4 separate workstations. Undergraduate research assistants and project managers will primarily work here. Graduate students have offices elsewhere in the Reach Institute, but might work in here when performing a project-specific task. One of the neat things about our lab is that it's equipped with the Noldus Observer system. This is a state-of-the-art technology for recording, coding, and analyzing behavioral observation data. In our lab, we try and understand brain behavior relationships. So we look at the type of movement that children engage in during different cognitive tasks and relate that to their cognitive performance. Children perform the cognitive tasks here, and their movements are recorded via a ceiling-mounted camera. Their movements are coded offline, and I'll show you where that happens in a little bit. In the meantime, here's the observation control room that overlooks the cognitive assessment computer. We can see the child as they perform the cognitive assessments through this one-way mirror or through the video on the Noldus recording system. This screen here allows you to see the cognitive tasks as they're presented to the child. And you can also control the computer remotely, which makes doing the cognitive assessments so much easier. The observation room also overlooks a shared conference room. We'll use this room for our group treatment sessions. This room is also equipped with 2 separate Noldus cameras and is also connected to the observation room by a one-way mirror. Lastly, here is the coding room. The coding room is located down the hall from our lab space, and there are 9 different coding stations that we'll use for analyzing the cognitive assessment and treatment data. Right now, the computers are put away for safekeeping as there's no coding due to COVID, but this is a busy and important space during non-COVID times. That concludes the tour of my lab space. We hope to welcome you in person soon.